All right, and welcome back. I just looked to my left to see if I hit the record button, and I did this episode. So, hope everyone's having a good day, and let's get into the episode. Oh, I forgot to say, welcome back to ATM10. So, the first thing on our agenda is I want to set up lava into the terminal in case we need it. I found out the best way to do that is just fluid drawer with some of these dripping upgrades, and then we'll do just like a storage bus into it. Should be nice and easy. Do I have a storage bus? I don't have a storage bus. All right, so let me grab all the materials for that. I made one of these smithing tables on a stick so I can upgrade our like upgrades to netherite. Is this flashing? Oh yeah, it's rainbow. That's pretty cool. Okay, so storage bus goes there. Fluid drawer. Add that and that. And is this making lava? I can hold 500 buckets. So it seems like it's producing. Now, is it in the system? So what we want to do is we want to lock this drawer so that it stays as lava, just in case something happens and our fluids get a little weird. Yes. So this should be all good now. Yeah, and it's going into our system. So that is working. Just slowly produce us lava. So I put 3 of these dripping upgrades, which just generates lava, and then I put 1 netherite upgrade, which I don't really think will need more than 500 buckets of lava, but who knows? We might. It's possible, I guess. I don't know. Ah, yeah. So I want to upgrade our mob masher to have looting on it down below, but I don't know if we have enough storage, so we need to make some stack upgrades. So now we have 10 of these, we have our stack upgrade, and I believe that's it. So let's go down to here. Hopefully you can just swap out these stack upgrades. I'm going to be a little annoyed if you can't. Oh, okay, thank God. So yeah, now this goes up to 32. And we will, I guess we'll semi-turn this off. Loot upgrade. Place that down. Slap that there. And this should start working again. Hopefully it gives us a lot of loot. We just need a little bit more string than what we were getting. Alright, so the main objective of this episode was to figure out one thing. And that one thing is... Wait, I want this to sound cool. POWAH. So this mod's like a little overwhelming, but not really. Basically how it's gonna work, we are gonna go through these thermo gens all the way to the nitro tier. So here's the tiers. Starter, which is pretty easy to make, just takes these capacitors, which is like relatively easy. Then it goes basic, which is still pretty easy, but you basically need the starter gen to make the basic gen, to make the hardened gen, to make the blazing gen. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, all these relatively take the exact same amount until we get to hardened. And this takes energized steel, which you have to energize iron and gold to do. And then for the next tier, you need blazing crystal, which takes blaze powder. And then, which you have to energize, by the way. And then this tier, you need an energized diamond. And to energize 1 diamond, it's 30,000 FE. And then for this tier, you have to energize emerald, which per 1 spirited crystal is a million FE. And for nitro, dude, you need to do, oh, nether star. Oh boy. Do we have nether stars? Nether star. Oh, we don't even have nether stars. All right, so we're going to go up to spirited, I guess, and then we'll figure out how to get nether stars. So yeah, let's get doing this. It's just a lot and a lot and a lot of crafting. Basically what I'm doing right now is just grossly overestimating how many materials we need and going through like that. But yeah, my goal is to make 18 of these generators, but I don't know if that's too much or too little is the problem. But we're going to do 18 of them. So now we have 18 of these starter generators. So now let's move on to basic. And basic should be pretty easy to do. I just made another starter. Okay, so we're going to do 20 starter generators. And now let's go to basic. I like don't want to be worrying about power for a very long time. So this is my solution to that. Okay, so now we have 20 basic generators. Now we have to make the hardened generators, which takes a lot of energized steel, which we need. How are we going to do that? We need an energizer, we need an energizing orb, and we need some of these rods, but there's a quest line, right? Oh, okay, let's grab some of this. I don't know how we've never picked this up. Good. Now we have the quest. Oh, I didn't realize. If you hit shift, this goes to a stack size. Wow, you learn something new every day. I was making more wireless boosters so that we can like access our terminals from the basement. We can just slap this flux point here. Slap, slap, slap. This looks a little weird. Energizers, we'll add it to our network. We'll make sure it can power surge and do the limit. Then we will put our orb here. And I believe we could take iron blocks and gold blocks. Place in place. Is this going to work? Yes. All right, cool. So let's do this a few times. Yeah, and it makes 2 blocks of energized steel. So I think that doing it with blocks is just a better conversion rate. Don't trust me on that. That's what I think. I don't know though. Let's do this a few times. Okay, I just went and turned off the sieves for a little bit while we're doing all this because this is going to start sucking up like a little bit of power. But now we have energized steel. So what I hope we can do is we gotta make a bunch of these hardened capacitors. We have 20 generators, so we need 40 of these. Okay, we made 2. Buzzy. Oh god, that's way too many. So we need to make 18 more of these bad boys. Hopefully it doesn't take out my inventory. So now we have 40 of those. And can we make 20 gens? No, we absolutely cannot. What are we missing? We're missing more energized steel. Damn, so we gotta make a lot of this stuff. Why is this wandering trader all up in my grill? Move, bro. Whoa, silk touch, efficiency 10, unbreaking 5. Yo, give me that axe. Give me that axe. And it's just for emeralds too. It's so cheap. And we can take the enchants off of this thing. Sweet. So there is ways to automate this, by the way. Which honestly, should we just do that? Would that be crazy? No, let's just go do it. So let's grab you. And then we will add this to the whitelist. And I changed in here the blocking mode. Do not push crafting ingredients if inventory contains a pattern input. And let's try to make... Yeah, so that absolutely did not work. I guess I modified the pattern on accident. Oh wait, I need to make it so it makes 4. So it does 1. And now it does the next one. All right, really cool. Really cool. Is there like an auto extract on this? Is that a possibility? I don't think there is. So we're just gonna have to keep this pipe here. Honestly, we could move this pipe to the back, but for now, we'll just keep this as is, and we basically need to add just like all of these to the filter. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so if you want to automate POWAH filter, you got to pipe it in back into the pattern provider. Whatever pattern you have, and then make sure it's on do not push crafting ingredients if inventory contains a pattern input. All right, cool. So now we have our 20 thermo generators. Cool stuff. Now we got to do the blazing tier. To do we need blocks of blazing crystal, which is blaze rod blocks, which means we need our aura tech thing running. Dude. So we hit a little bit of a jam here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on the mystical agriculture, because that was the other thing we wanted to do. Okay, so I made a pattern for this, and I'm curious to see if this works. So I'll pop that pattern in. I'll take all this out, and then I'll try to make like 1,000 blaze rods. Oh yeah, it's working. Cool. So I will be crafting 1,000 blaze rods. So what I did here was pattern provider with blaze rod, literally that, and it just pipes out the back. Let's check out our lava as well. We're at 95 buckets, so that's just going slowly, but it's going well. All right, let's start working on mystical agriculture then. We'll do that. Yeah, let's do it right over here. So here's the mystical agriculture quest book. Basically, our bread and butter are these prosperity seeds with the infusion altars. So I'm going to make that because we do need to set up a little bit of altar stuff. So to make these prosperity seeds, it's literally just prosperity shards with wheat seeds. And I actually don't know if we have like, yeah, we don't have that many wheat seeds. Embarrassing. But yeah, we got to just keep on doing that. So we need 8 of these Is it 8 or is it 6? I'm going to make 8 of these in case we need 8. And then we also need the infusion altar. So when we place this guy down, I'll just put him like here for now. We can see where we need to put the altars. Or the pedestals. That's nice. It seems like I was right with the 8. So how this pedestal or this altar works is basically you'll put the seed base on, and you'll put like items around it, and it'll make the specific type of seed that we want. So when we go into the quest book, I'll accept you. We basically want to make all these tier 1 seeds and the tier 2 seeds. But to do that, we need inferium, then we need prudentium, tertium, imperium, supremium, and we don't need insanium yet. We just need to get up to supremium. But as you can see, we're just kind of grinding out a lot of tier stuff today. It's a weird kind of episode. We're just grinding out tiers and tiers and tiers of stuff. But yeah, let's get going with making the supremium. We actually do need to get to insanium. I completely lied to you guys. So these infusion crystals basically are how you make all the essence, but you want the master one so that it doesn't break. So we do need to get to insanium. And I'll run you through how to make insanium really quick. 1 insanium is 4 supremium. 1 supremium is 4 imperium. And then it just keeps on going with that pattern. So we need a lot. And I'm hoping... Wait, I don't know why I'm going to our mob farm manually. I'm hoping that we have a good amount of inferium. We have 11,000. Is that going to be anywhere near enough? I don't know. We're going to see, though. But yeah, we want to be able to make this inferium pretty easy, and we want to be able to make all the things easy. All the things easy? Like all the seeds pretty easy. So we already have inferium seeds. So that's how you make the inferium. And there's not seeds for like, there's not prudentium seeds. So you have to start at inferium. That's why we want to get the insanium to make the crystal. So let's get moving on this. I guess we actually don't need the essence in our inventory, but I'm just going to make as much as this as we can. And then we will go to the next tier. So now we have a bunch of prudentium. Oh, and to make the next essence, I didn't even realize this. You need this specific crystal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so until we get the master, we have to keep on upgrading these crystals. And to upgrade the crystals, we need another crystal. Oh my gosh. So we need a ton of these crystals. So this is just a ton of crafting. So now we have the tertium. And with the tertium, we will make the tertium crystal. Probably only need 1 of them. And now we made the imperium. And we will make the imperium crystal. Now we can make the supremium. So now we have 9 supremium. And with said supremium uses, we have to make a supremium crystal, and we can only make one insanium. Whoo! And with the insanium, we need 4 of it to make the master crystal. So all that crafting we just did was for a 1/4 of what we actually need. All right, back to doing what I was doing. So we are completely out of Infurium now. And by the way, we're getting this Infurium from our mob farm, so like we just shot up to 3. But we better hope that this is enough, because if it isn't, we're out of luck here. And insanium, how much can we make? Okay, we are in the clear. So now we have 3 insanium. This is not what I want to make. I want to make the master crystal. So now we have the master infusion crystal. So we don't have to worry about making any more crystals. So that's very, very nice. And we have a little bit of leftover stuff. So let's start making all the seeds. I mean, what is an armadillo seed? There is no way we need that. I've kind of marked out all the seeds I think we need. So we will start with these elemental seeds, and we will just put all our extra seeds in this chest. Now, I don't know if there's a way to automate it, but yeah. So let's just start with the air seeds. So as you can see, it takes Infurium, and then it takes whatever this is, the air agglomeratic. So we'll make, oh boy, we have no clay. So we'll make 4 of these bad boys, and those go around a prosperity seed. So I'll just show you how you do it the first time. Place all these in. Button. Yeah, it needs to be redstone powered. Oh my gosh. And yeah, then you have to wait for this animation. Now we have the air seeds. Life is good. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through making all of this, and surely I'll have fun. Haha. Haha. Honestly, I didn't even know you could do that. I was trying to like use the bucket on this, and I didn't even know you could bucket inside the ME. That's really useful. That's, well, in case you didn't know, now you know. Yeah, wow, that's so cool. All right, we got all the elemental seeds done. I don't really know what these are used for is the problem. Water essence. Ooh. Well, regardless, we're going to be growing all of them, so yeah. All right, so now let's do the rest of the tiered seeds. This animation takes a very long time. I also don't necessarily know if we need any of these seeds. I just figured it'd be better to do it now while we have to wait for the blaze rods. So while I'm waiting for these blaze rods, nature seeds. We don't have pumpkins. Bruh. I need more base seeds. Dye seeds. Oh, that looks cool. That looks really cool, actually. I'm assuming for these two, we need soul, like we need these soul jars, and for that we need soul extraction. Which for that we need soulium, which we need prosperity ingots. So we can make those prosperity ingots. And then we make soulium. Now we need these soulium daggers. Okay, this was an easy crafting recipe. I was scared, I won't lie. Okay, now we have soul jars. Okay, so I guess we'll try this out now. We got to fill up 4 of these things. Oh my god. Wait, this is the perfect time to show everyone how the time of the bottle works. Click, click, click. See how much faster this is going now? But it takes more and more time. We got to fill up 4 of these bad boys. So we have the sheep souls. This sounds ominous. I'm only going to make... we don't really need the chicken stuff right now. That's me avoiding having to make them, by the way, just in case anyone was curious. So I'll cross that chicken stuff off the list. Let's make the sheep. This is kind of grim, no? There we go. Now we have sheep seed. The only reason why I want these sheep seed is because we need a sheep ton of wool. See what I did there? Haha. Sorry, that's corny. Now we have all the seeds. We have, how many is this? 5, 10, 12, 14 seeds. So now we are going to make our farm. So I was looking at a bunch of ways to do this like efficiently, and what I stumbled upon was basically we're going to use growth accelerators, we thought, but we're going to use these growth accelerators, and on top of these we are going to use, yeah, see how these growth accelerators work? We are going to use, I don't remember what they're called, at applied energistics charge, no, these crystal resonance generators. So what we're going to use to build this farm is we are going to use crystal resonance generators and growth accelerators. So the farm's going to go in basically a pattern like this, where we're going to be able to place basically growth accelerator here, you know, and I'll put all the temporary blocks down in purple so that they're easier to see. But yeah, this is basically going to be the farm. It's going to go crisscross, so everything's being touched by 4 growth accelerators, but it needs to be a 9x9. So this will probably end up being like a 9x9, like this amount of range. Well, actually, that's, well, whatever. This is basically how we're going to do it. Okay, so I think it's going to be in this pattern. We're going to get rid of this dirt on the outside where my axe will go. And right here is going to be where all the dirt goes, like this. Is there a better way to do this? Should I have just made this a square? Yeah, I think this is fine. So, like, water would go here. Correct. And then, basically, it's going to go growth accelerators with these generators put on top of them. So we won't have to do excess, like, any outside power, because we'll have these resonance generators on top of the growth accelerators. So let's go build all those. Okay, I made 11 of each of these. So hopefully that's enough. I'm going to go place them and see. All right, 64 is the perfect number. So now I have to flip all these. All right, let's play a game. Can you see the one I didn't flip? It's kind of obvious. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I didn't flip this one. If you didn't get it, leave a comment. If you did get it, leave a comment. I really hope all these particles don't lag my game. Too late, I kind of already built it. But, like, I really hope it doesn't lag all my stuff. We need a pylon. A pylon, you say? Yes, we're going back to the pylons. We need a harvester pylon. Does this take you guys back to the start of the series when we made a super OP creative flight? Alright, so now we have a pylon. Hopefully that's waterlogged. Place inventory above pylon. Okay, I'll do that in a second. We need a hoe. Does this take durability? I really hope it doesn't. We need this to go on 9x9. And I actually need that hoe back. Can we hoe all of this at the same time? Oh, that's so nice. Okay, we hoed all of that. And now we need to do these red, it's called like red fertilizer. Yes. So I remember doing this in, I think ATM7 when I was playing it, or was it ATM9? I don't know. But these, oh, weren't these to make the lily pads? Yeah. I made a really broken lily pad farm, but these are kind of annoying to make. So I'm just gonna do the red fertilizer. This stuff is so OP. I swear it's OP. Like, I swear it's OP. Actually, I need a bunch of dye seeds. So I'm going to grab the dye. But basically, it just makes makes, like, this stuff grow quicker. Oh, wait. The water's not going out to these corners. Or did I just not hoe these corners? There's many possibilities here. It's actually very possible that this all didn't get watered. Yeah, this won't get watered out here. It's a little concerning. Oh, because I'm such a dummy. This is outside the 9x9. This farm's way too big. this farm should end here. So we got to get rid of these corners here. Well, I guess they're not corners. These little jut outs. Okay. This is the new range of the farm. Okay. So the pylon should work now. Let's try. Yeah. Cool stuff. So this is going to become even faster soon, so don't worry. And this is also taking 0 power from our system. Then we can make this fertilizer. We'll pick up the seed. And here for reference, that's how fast it grows. That's just for reference. And now this. Did somebody say OP item? Question mark. This is like the red 40 fertilizer. Just everyone eats red 40. This is perfect. We should make a Walmart. Yeah, okay. So there's 36 slots, but we can obviously layer this. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Did the hoe break? Yeah, the hoe broke. Okay, we need a hoe that is unbreakable. All right, we got to make an all the modium hoe. All right, let's get hoe crafting. All the modium. Okay, we have a block of all the modium. We'll just make a few. And with this block, we can make this. So I'm assuming you take one of these. We go pop, pop, pop. Cool. All the modium hoe. Slap that down. Our first all the modium tool is a hoe. Never waste your diamonds on a hoe, fellas. Just remember that. I want the barrel to be green. So we'll put that hoe in there. Place this. And we'll place all our seeds in. But we want to place a couple extra inferium seeds. So if we ever want more of a seed as well, we can just, you know, make more and place more of those seeds. Now, I don't know if the seeds dupe themselves, but if they do, I guess that would be kind of cool. And we'll just put our inferium seeds over here. Yes! So this will just, like, be working forever. And it doesn't take any upkeep. Ka-ching! Yeah, so we're making a bunch of essence now. So that's cool. And for right now, we don't really have a need of making any other types of seeds, I believe. Cool. We kind of made it look like a flying saucer. I don't hate that. Definitely needs a little bit of something something, but it's not the worst. Oh, maybe I could put some of these in it. I can actually start doing different colors of these blocks now. Because we have dye. Yippee! Alright. So this is the final design that I came up with. I know it looks a little weird over here. It's because I didn't leave enough room. But it's not too big of a deal, especially if you look at it from this way. But my plan was for this to be able to go vertical. It can definitely go vertical. So there's no worries there. I wish I had enough room to put the altar like here. But if we don't end up using these extra slots, I can always just, you know, scoot it like right above here. But yeah, this farm is fully complete. So let's see how our blaze rods are doing. I think they're still going. Oh my god. And I mean, to be fair, I've been recording now for 2 hours. So, and these have been going for probably an hour 30. Let's continue on with POWAH, I guess. All right, so let's take our blaze rods. And we need to make probably 32 of these blocks, I would say. Oh my god. This takes so long. Do I not have this power surging? I do have power surging. Okay, cool. So we have a block of blazing crystal. I will add this to here, and now we can make a pattern for it. Uses. Energizing. I didn't go into the pattern thing. Whoopsies. Cool. So now we have this pattern. And we can just slap that in there. And then we can have this make 31. We don't have any of these blocks. Let's have it make 25 for now and see how that goes. Okay, so I made 2 blazing energy rods, which is the newest upgrade that we have access to. And I also made 1 hardened one. So this should now be going a lot quicker. Yeah, see how much faster this is going? Wow, that's awesome. All right, just no more Ori tech sounds. I was getting so tired of the... And now let's do the gens. What are we missing? More dielectric powder. That should be enough. Okay. Now we have, what are we missing? Probably blazing crystal or thermoplate. Can only make 10 of those. We're going to want a lot more of these. Okay. So now we have 20 thermo generators, the blazing ones. And let's move on to the next. We need niotic, which is diamonds. So now this takes 3 million Fe. Okay, cool. So now we got our first block of niotic crystal. We will add that, submit. Now what we will do is we will do this, encode, drop that there. And we want to make probably, I don't know, 25 of these. Now we got 2 more niotic rods, energizing rods, that is. And this should be going way quicker. Our lava's almost full. It's fun. Got a bunch of these going as well. Everything's really coming together, guys. I would like a way to automatically put these in the storage system, but I guess I'm drawing a blank on how I would do that. Unless I put the matter condenser below. I could actually do matter condenser here, drawer here with the puller upgrade, pulls it from above, and then I just put a bus here. I could do that. That would also be a A-OK solution. Wow, look how high tech our base looks. It looks so cool. And you come up here and it's a little ugly. But like, it's not high tech up here yet. We don't got it. I don't think it's getting high tech up here. But like down here, it looks nice. I'm really digging our base. I need to continue the. Why is? Oh. POWAH. So we did 4 niotic gens. We need 16 more, which means we need 32 of these capacitors. Okay, we made 32 of the capacitors. Now we should just be able to go through and do all this. Cool. Is this overkill? 20 of these gens. So now we have 20 thermogens. Now, let's move on to spirited, which is emerald blocks. So now we have this, the spirited block. Put that in there, encode, and now we will make like 25 of these bad boys. And then once we get nether stars, we can do this generator. Oh, this is so expensive. So let's go set up where our thermo generators should be. I kind of want them down here. So what's the best way to set this up? I just made 5 crafting recipes for the advanced pipe upgrades so that we can just like make these whenever we need. We're out of gold, dude. No, we're not actually out of gold. We just don't have a recipe to turn gold blocks into gold, which we should probably already have. But now we should be able to probably make like 40 of these. Perfect. Okay, that's 20 gens done. Here's our blocks of crystal. blazing crystal. So with these gens, they need... Oh, the water pipes don't go here. Am I stupid? They're obviously not going to be able to hit this block. So how these gens work is they need to place, like there needs to be basically cooling and there needs to be heating underneath it. So this is the second best heating element besides the soul lava, which we cannot produce yet because soul lava takes a warden with these laser lens. So this is making 2.2k Fe a tick, and we have 20 of them. But yeah, okay, the water's working fine as well. So now we need energy pipes. And this is going to look like a hot mess. Actually, maybe not. So that's going to pipe out to here. This will pipe like this. And now we need advanced pipe upgrades. Because how much can this pipe per second? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Nope. So let me get this all hooked up. And then I'll show everyone. So now we need a flux plug. We will plug that in here. We will name this thermo gens. We will surge, bypass limit, and we'll hook it up to the network. So hopefully this is transferring everything that it needs to. So thermogens actually aren't doing anything right now, but let's turn on this, for example. So now we'll run that. And we just got to see, are we in the positives or negatives here? We are definitely in the positives, right? I'm not really sure how to tell if it's working, but like, I guess if it's working, it's working. And let's turn on the sieves now. Because don't forget that these were off. So everything's hooked up. Let's check how our main power is doing. How do I tell if... Well, it seems like we have a lot of power now. So I put some lights. I guess we don't need these. Put some lights in here so we can kind of see what's going on. So I think this looks pretty cool. I think we're keeping up. Oh wait, we already have an energy cell? Oh, did we get one from the quest? Perfect. I was gonna say let's make an energy cell. See how this works. So this is kind of like the ultimate test. So this took up all the power. So what we did, I don't even know how we got this energy cell. I think we just literally got it out of a quest book. But whatever. And this is taking up all the power. But this power is going up. It's not going down. So I guess that's good. So I guess we got a fun little setup. I don't know if I like the purple. I kind of like the purple. I don't know. It's tough to tell. It doesn't go with any of these blocks, though. But yeah, we have this all set up now. So once again, if you look in here, this power is only going up. It's not going down, except all these generators are working basically permanently. So once this is filled, I don't think we really have to worry about anything. If you upgrade your barrels, this popped off my upgrades because it basically like unlinked my pipes. Just make sure that you don't forget to do the upgrades again, or you will have a little problem. I'm glad I checked that. But yeah, now all these are diamonds. We have a bunch of space in all these. So look at this. Our power is pretty much... Our power is going up. And all of our machines are running. Look at us, guys. Look at us. Alright. And I don't believe there's any power issues either. We're actually really good on power. So we might not even have to upgrade to nitro. Well, we're going to upgrade to nitro. But maybe not now. Because look, this is about to be filled. And all these generators are going to start filling up. Yeah, see how they're all shooting up already? Good gosh. Good gosh. We got a lot of power now. So we shouldn't really have to worry about power too much. Yeah. We got all our farms finally running. I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. what did we do this episode? We created this mystical agriculture farm, and we set up a lot of POWAH. But with mystical agriculture, we are going to make a ton of inferium now. We shouldn't have to worry. And we have a ton of space, too, for other seeds. So it's like, we use a lot of, I don't know, sheep essence. Let's just make another sheep seed. Nice and easy. So this is good. This is now running. Maybe I should put a box around it. I'm not really sure. And we can add more gears into this, too, if we need more ores. And we set up our POWAH. And now we have 400 million FE reserved. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. All right. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.